more the bigger ones. So like the ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Big East. But if you're really looking to dive deep, we can give you that if you want. Sorry, God damn
We'll
it.
give it to you deep if you want.
I don't know. Just do the video thing.
So the first couple round, like the first round of games between like the lower seeds, I don't think are going to be that fun to watch. I think it's like Florida State versus Georgia Tech, Boston College versus Louisville, and Virginia Tech versus Notre Dame. And most of those teams are absolutely awful.
I think
I think Virginia Tech's the best team out of those, but I don't really see any upsets happening. But then the next round, I think, is where we could see like Virginia Tech beating NC State, and Boston College might beat North Carolina.
so North Carolina is tricky to me because like they do have a lot of talent, but
Yeah,
it's hard for them to like be efficient.
like this year they've just. I mean, it's kind of crazy because they returned like their whole team from being like second in the entire, college basketball world
Now,
from last year, and then this year they're just.
let me put this out there though. Wait, do they have any chance at the March Madness right now?
I think I mean, I would say they might get in just because they're North Carolina, but they have not been playing well.
Yeah, these first games I'm looking at, man, you're right.
Yeah, they're a little rough.
Low seeds.
First games suck, but the next, like NC State could easily lose to Virginia Tech.
Why good.
And then Pittsburgh, I guess, could really lose at any time, even though they're like semi-good. But they're another team that I just don't trust.
So frustrating to bet on.
What about Miami, Florida? Miami, Florida is my favorite for that conference.
Yeah, I mean they're the number one seed, but even then, like you never know if they're going to lose.
Florida.
Well, I think
you mean Florida State?
No,
he said Miami, Florida instead of
Miami, Florida instead of Miami.
Like, what?
All you gotta say is the U, baby.
The U, dude. What are we doing here, man? The U. I think it's going to be Miami, either Miami or Duke. I think Duke has been playing great.
Duke is pretty good.
They've been playing a lot better.
Yeah.
Statistically, they win a lot.
But like, how is Clemson the 3 seed?
They've had a good string of games. They've had a really good string of games to close out.
I'm going to pull up I have my chart open here, so I'm just going to pull up the ACC teams and look at the rankings.
Yeah. I mean, I sent you a website too that you could just go through and it'll show you all the teams.
Yeah, I like that. It's like it breaks down round by round, like the percentage chance that they're gonna get to each round.
Yeah, I have that up. I don't see. Oh, I see the percent. I got it. Duke is actually the team that's most favored to win. So I didn't even know that.
Duke is the 1 seed, I think. Actually, I think Miami, Florida is the 2 seed, but
no, Miami's the 1 seed and Duke's the 4 seed.
Oh, okay, sorry, but yeah, Duke's favored to win though.
Duke and Miami are the 2 favorites to win. Virginia somehow is the 2nd seed, and I do not trust them at all. They're garbage.
Yeah,
like straight up.
They kind of wound up like Tennessee at the end, like without the injuries, but
yeah, they
just started. They did not finish strong.
The 2 most dominant teams just played the other day. It's pretty much Texas and Kansas kind of leading the Big 12, but it's a pretty competitive conference.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like there are like 3 or 4 teams from that conference that could probably like just win the whole thing out of nowhere. Like, I can even see like probably not going to happen, but I could see Kansas State just getting hot and
or Iowa State.
Maybe
they've had a good string.
I'm pulling up the Big 12. All right.
I mean, yeah, but Kansas State has had a pretty good season despite a couple of losses. But I mean, when they lose, a lot of times it's to pretty good teams. So I mean, and they won't lose by a lot either.
Like lose on the road or something like that.
They may get like lost by maybe 9 points. But
wait, there's only 10 teams in the Big 12. That's ironic. Kansas, I don't trust. Ryan really likes them, Kansas. But I do not trust them.
I like Texas too, but
they are terrible. Kansas is really bad at free throws. They're like middle of the pack, and they're not good at offensive rebounding. And Baylor, their star player, has been injured. I don't know when he's coming back.
Yeah, Baylor definitely hit a snag with that.
And Texas, I don't know. The Big 12, they have a lot of these like big time schools, but I think I'm in agreement with you. I think Kansas State, even TCU's played well these past few games.
Well, did you
Yeah.
hear that they were missing one of their best players for a while?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just came back a few games ago, and he's been a huge difference. I mean, I
Yeah, I was
really
surprised when
don't
they put up 100 on like Oklahoma State. They just put up 100 out of nowhere. And I was like, oh,
TCU's pretty dominant.
West Virginia actually kind of impresses me because every time they're like an underdog, they seem to like play really well against. They play up.
I'd have to see who they were playing though, because most of the time when they get that kind of win, it's against a team that's not the top of the conference. Though I'd question that, but I'd want to see who they had played because I could be wrong.
So who do you guys like to win?
I mean, I think it'll probably come down to Texas or Kansas in that conference. And I honestly don't even know. I mean, obviously Texas just stomped Kansas out, but I don't know how they'll like play on in a neutral site.
So they're gonna play at Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, so there'll probably be more Kansas fans there, and like Kansas is obviously one of the bigger programs in college basketball. So,
but also Kansas State though.
Yeah, K-State could again just surprise everyone and not lose again.
West Virginia beat Kansas State, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, Iowa State twice.
Kansas State has some talent for sure.
I was just saying West Virginia, their last few games, they've won 3 of their last 4.
Texas still has one of the best field goal percentages as well as defending field goal percentages, I think, out of the whole conference. So Texas is another team that could definitely just sweep it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I didn't realize that the Big 12 was in You said Kansas?
Yeah, again, that's just where they chose for the conference tournament location.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, Kansas State or Kansas then, because as we've learned, especially from what Ryan has learned from other people he's talked to, home court advantage or having that crowd really makes a difference in college basketball more than a lot of sports.
I think there's a statistic out there that it's like 60 or 70% of like teams win at home. I guess like the home team has this advantage at 70%. Someone edit that.
Let me see. I'm actually pretty curious. I'm sure.
I swear there's some statistic like that.
Okay, yeah. I'll pull up the Big East now. Ryan's like tournament favorite.
Marquette, baby.
Dude, Marquette is insane.
I like both teams, but I think Marquette's going to take it for sure.
I think it's going to be between Marquette and UConn
throughout the whole season.
UConn is another one of the teams that could just win. Like they could
UConn's real good. Well, the Big East is insane. I mean,
I just watched them dominate Villanova, and Villanova was dominating the last like 2 or 3 games. They dominated Villanova.
Been doing pretty good too. I mean, Villanova's been on a good lucky streak, but I really don't think they're going to do much.
Villanova's not going to make the tournament.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about conference tournaments.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're
have
just
to play.
Yeah.
Creighton's pretty good too. I think Creighton is another team like UConn that could honestly just take it because the thing with Creighton is they're really good at the 3-point field goal, but the problem with that is that it's really easy to go cold on threes. So I mean, it's not like it's extremely hit or miss because Creighton's also pretty good.
What? I'm so surprised here in this little teamrankings.com that they have Connecticut. Okay, I'm not surprised by that, but they have Creighton and Xavier ahead of Marquette in terms of chances to win. I'm not buying that.
They have wait, what? What did you say?
Connecticut has a 33% chance to win, then Creighton at 22, then Xavier at 17, then Marquette at 16. I think Marquette's better than Creighton and Xavier personally. I've seen
the one I saw put Marquette is the 1 seed.
And I know that they are the 1 seed, but according to this ranking,
I'm confused. Yeah.
It's just the link you sent, teamrankings.com.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm confused. I didn't.
Yeah.
I heard you wrong.
Georgetown has a 0.01% chance.
Go Georgetown.
Dude.
Is that Patrick Ewing's team?
Yeah, that's Pat.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's my boy.
So many questions.
He came back to coach.
Yesterday, so you might as well just put Patrick Ewing out there.
Give him a jersey.
Just like in that Netflix documentary on Bill Russell, legend, who was a coach and a player. Patrick Ewing's like, you know what? I'm going to pull a Bill Russell. I'm just going to coach and play.
Got 1 year left. He's got a COVID year left. Just put him out there on the court.
Did you see?
Oh my goodness!
Did you see maybe like a month ago there was like I think a 24-year-old teacher at a high school that jumped in a game and just took
Yeah.
over, and she wasn't shy about it at
She
all.
was
She
like
was
trash
like,
talking. She was like,
"Throw
up
it in your
kids'
face."
faces.
It was great.
That's amazing. All right, so you like Creighton, Ryan. I like Marquette.
Well, I like Marquette as well. I'm not going to say Creighton's going to win the whole
No,
thing,
no.
but I'm just saying Creighton's a good team. I
I
think
thought
they're
we were
going to go.
I thought we were picking who's going to win.
Oh, if we're picking, then I'm going Marquette. No, I
Okay.
agree with you. Marquette's dominant. I mean, Creighton's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that.
Well, all right. So we've covered Big 12, ACC, Big East,
What about Will?
and then Will.
Marquette.
Yeah, no, dude. I think I'm gonna go with UConn. Like UConn might make the Final Four. You know,
Yeah.
I like UConn though. I don't like them to win, but they're good.
Huskies.
Thanks for that. All right. Moving on to the Big Ten. Maryland, disappointing loss to Penn State.
Maryland just
But you guys
crashed
called
into
that.
way too much. Yeah.
You guys called the Penn State.
Sorry, I botched the video.
Okay.
There should have been one.
It's part of the charm, Ryan.
I feel like though
It's hard to stay mad at me.
Maryland's a team that you just can't trust, like, especially not on the road. Like I don't even know if they'll win their first round game in the tournament.
It's in
I don't trust
Chicago.
any of these teams.
All these games
That's
are
true.
going to be in Chicago for Big Ten.
Rutgers,
Chicago.
they're still in the Big
Yeah,
East to me. the
Chicago's
Rutgers.
where they're going to play for all the Big Ten games.
Okay. And
It's
Illinois
like
is
damn near most of them. Well, I was going to say damn near most of them are from over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I still think Rutgers in the Big East. They don't count to me.
Dude.
Um,
Rutgers never counts.
yeah. Anyone who goes to Rutgers, offense intended. Yeah, Illinois actually was I didn't even know about the Chicago stat, Ryan. I liked Illinois because Purdue, even with their Zach Edey guy, who's going to win, they have not impressed me, honestly, the way that they've played.
I was going to say Purdue on paper looks like they should be a super dominant team, but in efficiency, it just hasn't worked out.
They're terrible at three-point shooting. They're 243rd in the country in field goal percentage from the three-point line.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, Illinois across the board, their stats
And they
aren't
might get a 1
fantastic.
seed.
But Illinois is third in Illinois is third in the league in blocks. Third in the NCAA in Division I. That's crazy. Yeah, like Indiana. Indiana is pretty good, even though they didn't look impressive against. Who did they lose to?
they have not had a great year. I'm not sure who they lost to recently, but
So Indiana hasn't been that great, but I do like Iowa. I think
Yeah.
Iowa's definitely had a good couple of games, good big wins.
Hey,
So I
man,
think
when
they
you,
can definitely make a run over teams like Indiana, even
When you
though
can come back from 11 points down in
Indiana
60
might have won
seconds.
today.
that's
Yeah,
Hey,
I forgot about
Christian
that.
McCaffrey is giving them the mojo. The running back for the 49ers, baby. He's given with his brothers on the team.
So what do you guys think about Maryland though? Because
Nah, I don't trust them.
you can't.
I kinda
we don't
like
even
them.
know if they're going to win one game.
I don't
gave
think-
Penn State a run today.
could beat
I think
anyone,
when they
but-
have everybody over in Chicago, it's a different story until they play Illinois or something. I may back them for the first game. I don't know who they're going to play though. That's the thing. I need to see the matchup, I
Okay.
guess. But
Yeah, so Maryland is
kind of like
is,
Maryland because they've been pretty consistent from field goals. I mean, 3-pointers, obviously, they're not that great at, but I mean, I think they're starting to get better with free throws if they haven't already been pretty good. But the last couple games, they've been hitting them.
They've honestly started to play better on the road too. Like they took a buzzer beater to beat them this last game.
Yeah.
Well, we knew that was coming.
Oh yeah, we called that.
It's in the
But then
The script that you didn't post.
Nebraska.
Nebraska, Minnesota, dude, they're ugh,
Get it?
that's it. That's the stuff.
Steve Austin.
That's the stuff. Yeah, so out of the Big Ten, yeah. Illinois, Indiana.
I don't know. Maybe
I like Iowa, I guess. If we're gonna pick a team, I would say Iowa, but my heart's going with Maryland. I'm emotionally with Rutgers, though. I know Vince, you didn't like Rutgers, but the only thing I want to say about Rutgers is they have an incredible defense, and like I think if they can use that to kind of shut down some of the better players, they might have a chance.
Where's your campus located?
I have
New
no
Jersey.
idea.
Yeah, no.
Where?
What part of New Jersey?
Oh, it's in New
Rutgers is
Brunswick.
in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like closer to New York.
Yeah, I'm not a geologist.
They're not
Geography.
a geographer either.
Yeah, geography. There it is. Put it on the clip.
Dude.
Ryan does not study rocks.
See, internet, this is why we have our friendship here for you all to see. Will and I are not the only ones witnessing, and Eric are not the only ones who get to witness this on a daily basis.
What did you guys like officially in the Big Ten, I guess, just to kind of wrap up that conference?
Honestly, I think I wanted to go through those four conferences and take our pick so we can do like a summary rundown of
Yeah, let's do it.
What are you talking about?
like winners from each of those four conferences we just covered. We
You
didn't
wanna
actually
do
do
like a run it back kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess you want to start with the AAC.
I think we're all in agreement. It's Houston, unless
Yeah,
they like
Houston.
decide to.
I thought Will had Memphis, honestly.
No, I mean they're impressive, but I don't know if they, Houston's obviously like the best team.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they have enough.
The ACC.
All right, Will.
God, ACC, maybe Duke, and I'm gonna go vomit in a trash can now that I just said that. But
Yeah, dude, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know who I would.
Duck Fook, man.
Well, I'm pretty big on Miami, Florida. I kind of like Miami, Florida for real.
I like Miami of Ohio.
Like that. I'm gonna have to keep saying it like that.
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with Ryan. I like Miami as well. They're the 1 seed and they can travel and also play at home. They're just really overall, like free throws, they're insanely good. Field goal percentage, they're really good. 3-point field goals, they're good. Offensive points per game. And assist to turnover.
The Blue Devils.
Yeah.
Them are the Blue Devils. I wouldn't back Virginia on this one.
The Blue Devils, the reason why they're so good is because they can generate so many chances with their offensive rebounding. I mean, they're 15th. Their rebound margin, they're 3rd overall. So, like, they're not great efficiency-wise, but they can, because they can out-rebound so much, they can just keep putting up shots until eventually it goes in. So, all right. So, Will likes Duke, and Ryan and myself like Miami, Florida.
Big
12. All right, Will.
Yeah, I'll just say Kansas State.
All right.
I'll ride it out.
Kansas State. All right, Ryan.
I know it's a tough one for me because I've always liked Kansas. So, I mean, I'm probably going to stick with them in a way and go with Kansas State as kind of like a super, super underdog kind of thing. I'm probably going to back Kansas State.
Well, for me, just to be different, I'm actually going to go Texas.
They lead the league in defensive field goals as well as field goals. Not the league, sorry, the conference.
Like field goal percentage and defense.
Field goal percentage ranking and then defending the field goal percentage ranking.
That's pretty good.
Big East. I'll start this time. I like Marquette because outside of their last game, I mean, most games I've seen them play, they've been blowing people out. And, like, they're dominant. They're just dominant. So.
I think I am going to have to go with UConn, though, in the Big East, just because they've been pretty good the whole season, and they've actually been getting better lately, which is surprising.
Well, I guess I really want to back Marquette on this one. I wish I could back Creighton, but I think they're too much of a hit or miss, so I'm going to just agree with Vince and go with Marquette here. I think UConn's definitely going to be really dominant as well. A sleeper team to watch out for is probably going to be Xavier. That's another team that played pretty well. They've definitely had some rough games, but it's against pretty top-tier opponents.
If Patrick Ewing plays for Georgetown, they have a chance.
Yeah, if he suits up, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
I'll just stop him out in a second.
Stopping him.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching Sports and Shtuff. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We have YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify definitely coming soon. We want to get out there and have the biggest reach we possibly can. So just to give a quick summary, we really did enjoy giving you the conference tournament talk. We try to stick to the big ones so you don't feel too overwhelmed. So hopefully you guys can take what we say and be successful with some of your picks and some of your bets. Ryan, did you have anything else to add?
It's going to be a wild conference. It's going to be conference tournaments. It's going to be a wild March Madness coming up. A lot of dominant teams, not a lot of teams sticking out as going to beat everybody, but definitely a lot of talent.
Cool.